I'm going to tell you about 5 amazing features that you will find in Rivian vehicles that you won't find in any car or truck on the market right now.
Taking over the world, electrifying the world, electric!
In case if you don't know what Rivian is, it's a new up-and-coming automaker that's less than a year away from producing and delivering its first 2 vehicles. The first one is an all-electric pickup truck called R1T, which stands for Rivian's first truck, and R1S, Rivian's first SUV. Both vehicles are going to have more than 400 miles of range, fast charging capabilities, and tons of cool high-tech gadgets. Even though both vehicles were unveiled a little over a year ago in Los Angeles, California, right before the LA Auto Show, the company was founded about 10 years ago by then 26-year-old RJ Scaringe, who is still the CEO of the company today. Originally, the company was working on a sports car, but a couple of years in, they've decided to change direction and go with an all-electric adventure vehicle. And about 3 years ago, way before the unveiling, Rivian has purchased an Illinois factory from Mitsubishi Motors for, get this, just $16 million. I mean, you can't even buy a house in Beverly Hills for that kind of money. I guess you could, but like, who wants to have only one tennis court? Since the unveiling, Rivian has become one of the favorites in the electric car community and outside of it. In 2019, just in 1 year, Rivian has raised almost $3 billion in funding from such giants as Amazon, Ford Motors, and Cox Automotive, the parent company of the Kelley Blue Book and the Auto Trader. And on top of that, Amazon has ordered 100,000 delivery vans to be manufactured and delivered by Rivian in the next few years. Alright, so now we're up to date with Rivian, and by the way, if you are interested in everything that's going on in the world of electric cars, including Rivian, don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. Now on to good stuff, the 5 awesome features that these Rivian vehicles are going to have, and by the way, let me know in the comment section if you've ever seen or heard of features like these in any of the existing cars or trucks that are on the road today. Number 1. And by the way, these are in no particular order. All of them are equally awesome. The built-in flashlight. This is really cool. Just like an umbrella that comes out of the back door of a Rolls-Royce, this flashlight comes out of the front door of a Rivian truck. Not only it's handy when you're roughing it outdoors, where I'm sure a lot of Rivian owners will be taking their trucks, but it's also powered by the same 2170 battery cell that makes up the entire battery pack of each Rivian truck. Once back in the door, it charges itself, so it's ready to go next time you need it. Number 2, a tank turn, my favorite, because some of the Rivian trucks will have 4 motors, 4 independent motors, and each motor will run each wheel. By making wheels spin in the opposite directions on each side, kind of like our Congress, you can make a vehicle turn, like a tank. And there are real-world applications for this. For example, when you get to a dead end on a one-way trail, kind of like our Congress. And I know what you're thinking, but Alex, can you do a tank turn on the parking lot? You know, so I can impress my friends and family? Well, I got an answer from you, and I got it directly from RJ Scaringe when I caught up with him at one of Rivian's recent events in San Francisco, California.
Can it do it on a parking lot?
In theory, yes. So the big challenge we have with this feature is we want to make sure we don't damage any of the properties being used on. So it needs to be used on specific trails. We can geofence where it would do that. Then it needs to do it in ways that don't damage the tires. So we pick lower friction surfaces, dirt, gravel, grass, off-road environments. And then we have to do it in a really stable fashion. So the way the torque applies, it's real-time sensing the rotation of the vehicle and the surface friction of the ground that it's on to adjust the torque so it's a very smooth rotation.
Ready for number 3? Alright, before that, a quick reminder that this video and this channel is sponsored by Evernex, Tesla Community's accessory store. Use E4Electric, the name of this channel, as a discount code for all of your purchases over $100. And they also got some Model Y goodies, so check that out. Number 3, the charge status light bar. Every Rivian owner will be able to tell the state of charge of their truck simply by looking at it from the distance. The light bar on the front of the truck can actually change color. You can see here it changed to yellow to become a turn signal. Now this is the only picture that Rivian has released and where you can see what the light bar would look like when the vehicle is fully charged. it's solid green. But I was able to look at the patent that Rivian has filed and recreate what a couple of other states would look like using my limited but very lethal Photoshop skills. So for example, when vehicle is charging, the light bar will turn blue and you'll be able to see which percentage of the battery has already been charged. So for example, 20%, 50%, 80% and so forth, and once the battery is charged 100%, the light will turn back to solid green. If there was an issue with charging, for example, if it couldn't start or couldn't proceed for one reason or another, the light bar will turn red and blink. Since Rivian vehicles are able to charge each other, that light bar will also be able to indicate whether a vehicle being charged or charging another Rivian vehicle by flowing these lights inwards or outwards like this. Number 4, a portable kitchen. Now, one of the most unique features that each Rivian pickup truck has is what they call a gear tunnel. Essentially, it's a hole in your truck where you can put your gear, or your kids, in case of their iPads run out of power and they do that, that annoying thing that they do where they try to talk to you. Rivian's got you covered. But one of the other things you can store in your gear tunnel is the Rivian's portable kitchen, and it's really cool. It's got a stove, it's got a warmer for your tea kettle, and a sink. And it runs off of your truck's battery, but it's pretty efficient. For example, you can cook 1 week's worth of meals and still only use about 11% of the battery. And last but not least, number 5, Alexa-powered frunk. That's right, the frunk. My second most favorite F word. It's the front trunk that's powered to go up and down. And since now you know, that would make a great name for a YouTube channel. Anyway, since now you know that Amazon is one of Rivian's investors and strategic partners, it's no surprise that Alexa is so deeply integrated to operate many features, including the frunk. Now, I don't know what the exact command is, but I'm going to assume it's Alexa, frunk that.
Go frunk yourself.
That's it for all of these awesome Rivian features. Let me know if you're one of the Rivian reservation holders and looking forward to all of these toys. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.